dog's in the playroom with me too, so hopefully she won't make any noise.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chamblee, Georgia Chat. This week's show, our guest is Mary Finnegan. Actually, this is Chamblee, Georgia Showcase 2020. This is our holiday shopping showdown. So Mary is the owner of the Treasure Mart in Chamblee. She lives and works here in Chamblee. So Mary, thanks for being a guest on the show.
And yes, thank you for having me.
Welcome back. Okay, hi, Mary. Thank you for being on. I feel like everybody must already shop at the Mart, but that's probably not true. So can you tell us a little bit about the Treasure Mart?
We have been here in the Chamblee area since 1980. The original location was actually where Southbound Restaurant is now. And we're currently in our fourth location on Broad Street and have been there for 12 years. Family owned and operated. My daughter is filling in for me now as we speak. So all right. Keeping it in the
like diagonally across, in case anybody wants to know, it's like diagonally across from the post office. So yep. If you kind of standing, if the post office is behind you, it's like across to the right where those like strip of like there's some thrift stores and consignment stores, and Treasure Mart is one of those. So it's a great place for two reasons: one, to shop there, and one, to consign things. We have done both.
Yes, everything is on consignment.
So you can bring things in. And Mary will, oh, here we go. She keeps locking up. So let's keep trying. So can you tell us like what kind of holiday items you have? We have her or not? All right. She's now trying to get back on.
Oh, I'm freezing.
Okay. Here, you're back. You're back.
I'm trying to get back on. Holidays closer up here.
All right, let me go ahead and show. Whoops, there's my note. Let me show her Facebook. She gets back. So her website exists, but it doesn't have a lot of pictures on it. So if you want to see some of the products she has, Facebook and Instagram are better for that. But they have a great selection of holiday products. We always get decorations there, and I love going ornament shopping there because I can take my kids especially when they were younger, and they could pretty much buy any ornaments they wanted. And they're so much nicer than the cheap ones you get like at Target or whatever. For about the same price, you get a beautiful heirloom ornament versus just a, piece of whatever made in China. So anyway, and they have decoration and they have all sorts of stuff. So the way it works is people bring things in, and based on how long it's in there, it starts at a particular price, and then over time, the longer it's there, the lower the price gets. And so we're trying to get Mary back on the show here. Let me see. I think she's back. Hi, Mary.
Hi. I'm sorry. Tried a different room, so maybe this will help.
Okay. I was telling people a little bit about how it works. Can you tell us what kind of holiday stuff you have this year?
We have got, vintage ornaments, not any ceramic lighted Christmas trees. So Mike has gotten rid of his collection.
We're downsizing, so we're not buying any new stuff this year, but he did collect ceramic Christmas trees for a long time, which I think you actually got them. We bought them from you, and then we brought them back when you were ready to downsize.
You did, and I probably owe him a big check.
I'll take it.
But we've got some lighted garland came in today, some black and gold, beautiful signs, which I should have brought, that said joy and peace, which I'll put up on my Instagram this afternoon. Okay. So people can see that. Couple of beautiful sets of Spode Christmas tree china, some glasses, some pretty red and white swirl champagne glasses just came in, but fun, different stuff. Stuff comes in 5 days a week, and I never know what's going to be in the boxes.
Yeah, and it's called the Treasure Mart. It's such a great name because really it's like treasure hunting when you go shopping there. So sometimes you go and you don't really see anything that kind of strikes your fancy, and other times you come out with like got to load the car up. So
yes, it's and things you can walk around the store probably 3 or 4 times and something different each time you go around, just because there's so much stuff and your eyes are going everywhere, and it's fun. It's a treasure hunt too.
It is, yeah. It's a fun place to shop, and everybody who works there is really nice.
Oh.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your safety protocols for the virus?
Well, everyone has to wear a mask. That's also part of the city of Chamblee. There's an ordinance that masks are required, and it is posted on our door. So everyone, employees, customers, everyone has to wear a mask. If you don't have one, we'll provide it for you. We have hand sanitizer located all around the store. We have a public bathroom, so hand washing. We also have disposable gloves if people are inclined to use those, because a lot of times people like to touch things, and we know that people feel more comfortable if they have gloves on. So we have those options. The floor is marked with green X's, trying to just give people a spatial distance, so they can kind of just be cued in to remember to back up. And
okay, that sounds good.
Ask people to back up.
And then I've also seen you'll post something on Facebook, and if somebody can just buy it, and then they just can run in and grab it too. Like, if you see something you want, you don't necessarily have to go in.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And people that consign can also drop off outside, and we'll bring it back in for them. And also, if they need to be paid, we'll bring their checks out to them and do curbside like that as well.
Okay, cool. So can you tell us a little bit about your connection to Chamblee?
Well, let's see. I went to Chamblee High School.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, I grew up behind Oglethorpe University and have been here since I was 6, and never thought that I'd be, well, at one point in time, working across from the high school, because that's where the Treasure Mart was when I took over from my parents. So I've been a Chamblee resident since Kevin and I got married in 2000, but again, grew up here, swam against Huntley Hills when I was younger, and just have always loved being a part of this city.
Okay, cool. So the Treasure Mart is a great place to both buy Christmas presents, and also if you get a few things that maybe you don't want, you can buy them at the Treasure Mart.
Right. Absolutely. I like to tell people we can be your garage sale, estate sale, anything that you want to dispose of. It's also, I consider recycling. So people can buy used that don't want to spend a lot of money. And we certainly try and make money for our consigners. By all means, we want to make it a fair exchange.
Right.
So it's not paying retail price, but also getting you something for something you've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was saying when you were frozen, one of the things we like to do is every year we go and get new ornaments. So we're kind of a mixed blend in our family. I'm Jewish and my husband's Catholic, but we still have a tree every year. And so we like to get new ornaments every year. And a long time ago, we used to go to Target, right? Mm-hmm. But now I love going to the Treasure Mart because they're such prettier ornaments, and they have there's a story behind each one, and they're really cool. And we have some of our favorite ornaments have come from the Treasure Mart. So especially if you have little kids, it's so nice because they can just buy whatever they want. You say get an ornament, and they'll pick one out or two or whatever, and you don't have to worry about it. So we got one that had somebody else's family name on it because one of my kids liked it, and I was like, well, it's like $3. All right. So one of our ornaments has somebody else's name on it. I mean, I just don't care. So,
right? It's two of them. So
yeah, it's nice to and then there's lovely art, and it's not all just seasonal. You can really get some beautiful furniture and art pieces as well for your home too.
We've got lighting lamps, it's funny. people have been coming in and needing lamps, because when you're at home more, you don't realize, oh, wait a minute, I need to light this room up a little bit. I'm tired of looking at that. So we've had a lot of accessories come in lately that people are just changing out. Again, people are home more, so they want something different that they've been looking at for a while and finding something new. So they do both. They're like, oh, I need to change this lamp out, and come in, bring one, take one.
So I'm curious, you've been in Chamblee for most of your life. Like, what are some of the things you miss about like what it used to be like?
Oh gosh.
Their mother.
I guess what do I miss? What it used to be like? That's a really good question. I wasn't ready for that one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to surprise you. What do you like about some of the changes? How about that?
Well, when I've recently looked at the new plan for Chamblee and Town Center, and I like that there's going to be a lot more walking possibilities right alongside the Treasure Mart. If you're looking at the building on the right, there's going to be a path that can take you from Broad Street over to American Industrial Way, and it's going to be a pedestrian path, which I think is going to be wonderful. I think that people are going to be able to walk there, bike there, park, get out, move around. That's been limited, I think, from the way the setup has been. Trying to get from me to American Industrial, you have to go around the block. And so I'm looking forward to that part of what the new town center is going to be. And I think that it's going to provide more green space and more places for people to be able to sit and enjoy. Because there's just that one little area right by City Hall that is populated, but not what it could be.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'll be good. And I know they're building a new like athletic center and rec center too, which I think we really need in Chamblee. We have, it's such an important part of a community to have a good rec center. And I know they try with the Keswick building, but it definitely needs more.
It needs more. And I think that they want to have a better space to have concerts and festivals, because I think just using that one little area in front of City Hall, blocking it off and trying to put everybody in there, it limits how many people can come,
right?
How many vendors there can be. So I think opening that up and having more space is going to be good for the city.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And small vendors, people that have small business can have a place to go and I think share what they do best. So it's going to be good. I think it's going to be really good.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I was excited to see it.
So are you doing any kind of special hours for the holiday, or what are your hours for the next couple weeks?
We will be open. We open 10 to 5 Monday through Saturday, 12 to 5 on Sundays. We will be closed Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day, but open regular times. There is going to be an open house the first weekend in December with me, a Simple Find, and Chamblee Antiques and Interiors. People will be having sales. Well, we mark down all the time. There's constantly markdowns at our place, but it's not going to be as it's been in the past, because we don't want to hand out food and have that kind of thing. But I will have hot apple cider, which I always do. So that'll be easier to manage. But yeah, so we'd love to see everybody come by.
So that's December 1st. So is that next weekend?
It's next weekend. So it's the 5th and the 6th.
Oh, I'm sorry, December 5th and 6th. And we'll post something about that in the group as well, so that you guys can see a little promo about that. But and I think we're also having, I know Tanisha's trying to organize, or is organizing, an outdoor artist market as well. I don't know if it's the same weekend, but that's also coming. So between that and the open house, it gives people some safe shopping options.
Right. And outdoor shopping is wonderful right now.
One good, I think, for us, like, I know as hard as this time has been, the blessing has been the weather. I mean, we can spend so much time outside, and there's people, a lot of people in the world who are stuck not able to do that with the COVID kind of pandemic crisis. And I think we're so fortunate here that we have so much outdoor space, and even in the winter, it's really fine. I mean, just put a coat on, it's not a big deal, you know?
Yeah.
So I love that about this area.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So if people want to consign things, do they call you, or what is your process?
We accept items Tuesday through Saturday between 10 and 3. We do ask that furniture be by appointment, so we make sure we have the space for it and we know what's coming. There are some things that we can't take at the moment, except of China, but you can always call ahead and say, hey, is there anything you're not taking right now? We do have a lot of framed art, so we're trying not to take some of that right now, to be able to sell what we do have. And, you know, when you start to get a lot of something, it just gets a little overwhelming.
Right.
But, you know, we do take jewelry, home goods, small kitchen appliances, stemware, glasses, just anything to put in the house. So yeah, but books, we do books. People have been, and another thing, puzzles. That is like the hot item right now, because everybody's doing puzzles.
That has actually been on Amazon. So you guys know I'm an Amazon seller, but I have this data tool that I can look and see what's like the number one most searched for item. But like in the spring, puzzles were like in the top 2 items on all of Amazon. And people have been, but it's good to get a used one, because I mean, it doesn't matter. Once you do it, put it away.
Right. You do it once. And so that's what people bring puzzles in to sell, and then take puzzles out that they've done. So, you know, I guess it's kind of like a library sometimes.
Right. Yeah, puzzles are really good. And I don't know, I need to come by the Treasure Mart. I haven't been in a while, and I'm like, as I talk more about all the cool stuff you have, I'm like,
like, oh, I have to go. I have to
go. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up. I guess, can you tell me just a couple things you love about working at the Treasure Mart, have created that business for people?
I probably first and foremost are my customers and consigners. It's wonderful to have people come back in time and time again, and watch children grow up, watch people get married, watch, you know, and then just experience their life with them. And, you know, the things they bring in can also tell a story. And it's wonderful to be able to share stories with people that are buying something and say, oh my gosh, this was a friend of mine's grandmother's. And it's time spent with others that's so wonderful about the shop, because people aren't coming in a frenzy. It's just they're coming in to look around and find something that they love or speaks to them. So it's just, that's the fun part. That's the fun part.
All right. Well, Mary is on Instagram. She is on Facebook. She has a website, and she is on Broad Street.
Come see me.
Come see her. So we will have, there will be links posted to all of those things depending on where you're watching this, if it's on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, it will be in the comments, description, etc. So you can get through to Mary, and please feel free to mention, if you come in and you learned about her from this show, please feel free to mention it. And we're trying to gauge like how people are watching this and getting value out of it. We want to hear from you. So, and next week we have Jack Be Nimble Candles, which is a Chamblee business. And so they're the owner of that is going to come talk about the candles that they make here in Chamblee. So we're going to have that next week. And I think we have one more week after that. And then that'll be the end of the Chamblee Holiday Showcase for 2020. So thank you for being a part of it, Mary.
Well, thank you, Cordelia, for doing this and letting us all know. I didn't know there was a candle company. So I will be sure to tune in and see.
Yeah, there's so many cool businesses in Chamblee. Like it's a very business diverse environment. It's really cool. Like as I learn more, they're like, "Whoa, can you feature me?" And I'm like, "Well, we're trying to focus just on stuff that people can give us gifts for this series, but we'll see maybe if we want to do something in 2021." But there are so many businesses here. It's a cool environment for it.
Yeah, it's nice. That's awesome. And when we do gift certificates too. So
okay, great, good to know. All right. Thanks, Mary. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.